we've got an update tonight on a child sex offender accused of exposing himself in women's locker rooms at Northern Virginia schools and rec centers. 7 News' Nick Minach is now learning that before those incidents, Richard Cox allegedly exposed himself in a Planet Fitness women's restroom, but the indecent exposure charge was dismissed. Nick also spoke to a woman who canceled her gym membership because Cox was allowed to use the women's locker room.
I would just leave the gym when I was pregnant because I was so uncomfortable around him.
Lindsay is a mother of 2 young girls, and she said she canceled her gym membership last year when she learned 58-year-old Richard Cox was using the women's locker room at Planet Fitness on Lee Highway in Fairfax County, which is right next to a Jolly Ollie indoor playground for kids.
I canceled it and then never went back after that.
But before she canceled her membership, she says she and other women tried making it work.
And so we actually walked out of the gym and used the restroom at Aldi together because we felt so uncomfortable that we couldn't even use our own gym locker room.
Planet Fitness's policy says transgender people may use Planet Fitness locker room facilities, bathrooms, and showers based on their self-reported gender identity. According to court documents, Cox identifies as transgender. Cox is also a registered sex offender who has a lengthy criminal record. In June of last year, a different woman says she saw Richard Cox naked in the women's restroom here in Falls Church at the Planet Fitness, and she filed a criminal complaint. In court documents, Cox admitted to using the women's locker rooms at the 2 Planet Fitness locations. According to court records, the indecent exposure charge against Cox was dismissed last summer. 7 News is asking Fairfax County Commonwealth's Attorney Steve Descano why his office chose not to prosecute this case. A spokesperson for Descano said their policy is not to involve prosecutors in pro se misdemeanor cases. A pro se case is when a defendant doesn't have an attorney.
I can't believe this nonsense. I would like to see our prosecutors do their job, which is prosecute crimes. That's it. Do your job. Prosecute crimes. That's all moms want you to do.
Had Descano prosecuted Cox last summer, and if he had secured a guilty verdict and a sentence, Cox would not have been able to allegedly expose himself in women's locker rooms in Arlington's Washington Liberty High School, Wakefield High School, and Barcroft Sports and Fitness Center months later. Nor would he have been able to enter Fairfax County's Oakmont Rec Center's women's locker room in November. Nick Minach, 7 News.